Coach Cox came to me and told me, get ready, and I was going to be with the ones this week, and just to start preparing myself, watching film, and I'm thankful for that.
What was your emotion? I mean, you obviously worked hard to get to this point.
I think every freshman in the country, when you go to a big-time college, it's a big change. So you get there, and everybody is a little bit, weary about how things are going to go. But to see playing time as a freshman, and let alone start, that's amazing. That's something that you don't expect, but you work hard for, and you hope to happen. And I'm thankful, and I'm ready to go.
What did you learn? Some of your classmates have been in there, as true freshmen, getting a lot of starts in the back. Just what have you learned from what their experiences have been?
I think the biggest thing about coming from high school to college is the speed of the game, and seeing formations and reading your keys and everything. But really the upperclassmen have helped us out a lot. Bryce McAllister, he helped me all throughout summer, making sure that I was in the playbook with him, every night after we got done practices. And then seeing some freshmen, Omar, seeing Omar get in there and have some success, it tells me that that it's not impossible. I can get in there and I can contribute to the team, and I can make an impact.
What's the transition been like for you coming to college?
The transition, I think the biggest thing was really just being away from your family. You've been around those people your whole life. You finally get up here and you're away for a little bit. You don't have someone to make sure you're studying your plays and everything. But the seniors really have made it easy for us. They got to give them a lot of credit for the way they've welcomed us here, and they've helped us out a lot. But as far as football, got to remember it's the same game. You get up here, you're a little bit intimidated, but we practice hard, and I think we're prepared and we're getting better.
What's your high school program kind of prepared you for this?
Oh yeah, definitely. Coach Apple, he's like a father figure for every kid that comes through the program. Discipline. He has the same values that Coach Edsel has, and accountability, and just making sure that we take responsibility for our actions, whether the outcome is good or bad for us. Take responsibility for that, and I think that coming through Fort Hill really helped me out a lot with preparing for college.
Have you talked to him since you got named a starter?
Yes, I actually got to go home this weekend, and I knew Bryce was hurt, so I told him that I would probably be one of the guys they were debating on starting, and he just told me have faith, just trust the process, trust my ability, and play with confidence. And he said he gave me a couple tips on what he thinks I should do, as far as studying the playbook and talking to the older guys that are out right now, Bryce, and learning from them. So he helped me out a lot.
Did you get a lot of D1 players coming through your high school?
No, not a lot of D1 players. Really, someone that helped me out a lot was Todd Johnson. He's at Maryland right now, playing running back. He's having a good year. He's having a good career. He was kind of my mentor whenever I was a freshman and sophomore. He was the older guy that always called me and said, "Hey, you want to come work out?" Making sure that I was always never satisfied with my ability. So he was a big factor in getting out of Cumberland and getting noticed by bigger colleges.
No, you're not going to Maryland, but you're going to Pennsylvania, which is about as close as it's going to get, I guess, for this year. Do you expect a lot of people there for you?
Yeah, I've talked to my family. Already told them I was starting. They said my family's coming, obviously, but as far as Coach Apple, his family are probably going to try to make it up. They might have a game that day, so they might not make it up, but I'm sure there'll be people from Cumberland that come up and try to support me, and I'm thankful for that.
What about coming off last week, 700 yards of offense, a lot of plays given up by the secondary? What are you guys trying to do to kind of use that to your advantage and learn from that?
Well, the main thing is we're trying to learn from it. We're not trying to let it hold us back this week. We're not trying to get down on ourselves. We're trying to look at that as a learning experience that other people don't have. So we're really focusing on keeping our eyes in the right place. Coach Cox, he's doing a good job of keeping us positive and letting us know that we can play, stay confident. We are switching a few things up, so doing a couple different things, not too different, but things have been more simple in the secondary, so it's easier to read things. So it's Coach Crocker and Coach Cox are making it easier for us, and we're getting better.
What's Bryce telling you? To help you kind of get ready for this.
Yeah, I mean Bryce, he was. I talked to him right after Coach Cox told me I was going to be with the ones this week, and he basically told me be confident in myself, don't get on the field and have a freshman mentality. He said, I mean at this point there are no freshmen, there are no seniors. It's just football players. So get out there, trust your ability, trust in what the coaches are telling us, trust in what we know and what we see, and he said we'll be fine.
In this defense, what are some of the main roles and responsibilities you're being asked to do?
Some of the main rules and responsibilities, I would say number one, depth. Stop the big plays from happening. Obviously, you give offenses opportunities for bigger plays, then that gets them going and gives them more confidence. So we're always trying to limit the big plays, and at worst tackle. So we want to take away the deep plays and tackle the short plays. So that's what we're focusing on this week.
On film, has that been an issue that's been noticed and called out during team meetings and things like that?
We've had we've had a couple explosive plays that are due to mental errors, nothing with athletic ability, and I think that's the thing that we're working on this week a lot. It's not really getting beat physically or athletically; it's getting beat mentally and making mistakes. So that's something we have to clean up this week.
And finally, what's the feeling you think going to be like for you coming out of the tunnel on Saturday?
I think it's going to be bittersweet, honestly, because you dream of this since you're little. 6 years old playing Pee Wee, and it's something that is always a dream, and now it's a reality. So it's going to be bittersweet. But I think I have to remember to keep playing the game for the same reasons that I played whenever I was in elementary school. Just out there with 30 people watching me. Play for the fun. And don't forget why I'm playing.